Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our weekly tarot draw. Now, I've been thinking about turning this from a weekly tarot draw to maybe a monthly tarot draw. Let me know what you think. There does seem to be a handful of you that really enjoy this series, but it also looks like it's probably the least popular video I do, which says to me maybe the majority of my audience isn't as into it. And then maybe once a week is a bit too much. Maybe once a month is a little more special or spread out. If I do change it to once a month, I can do a more complex spread, picking several cards. Maybe. Today we will stick with our weekly draw and we'll see what the audience wants for the future. We're going to return to the Wild Unknown Tarot. I actually only own 3 tarot decks plus that spells deck. But I'm really fond of the Wild Unknown because the imagery is really, really beautiful. And it's the first deck I ever owned, so it has a special place in my heart. So I'm just going to get out the deck. We have it right here. And I'm going to shuffle the cards. And as always, I'm just going to tap in to the universe. That's not me, that's the background. The universe as a whole, and anyone who's watching this now. So we'll just shuffle. And if you're watching this at home or wherever you are, let's all collectively take a moment to breathe, to relax and settle and ground. I've been needing to remind myself to do that every now and then. It's so important to just remember to breathe and settle. Okay. So what message does the tarot have for us? What can we grow from, reflect upon? Okay, just kind of feeling it out. Okay, this feels like a good stopping point. I'm going to go with the top card. Oh, what a nice looking card. This is the Mother of Swords. So that's what that card looks like right here. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know a lot about the Mother of Swords off the top of my head. It is a court card, so I know that while it's not as overreaching as a major arcana, it still has a strong feeling and sense. It often represents a person in our life, whether it's someone internally, like ourselves, or someone around us. She looks very menacing, but also protective, the way she has this sword clutched in her claw. So I get this feeling of sort of protectiveness, a little bit of a predator kind of feel. Assertive and strong, like that sword just looks very sharp. So that's my initial impression. Feel free to reflect upon what that image might mean to you. I'll have it pop up here. And I'm going to read in my tarot guidebook what the Mother of Swords might mean. And in other decks, it's referred to as the Queen of Swords. So the Mother of Swords, sharp, perceptive. You'll often find the Mother of Swords putting her sharp perceptions to use as a therapist, doctor, or teacher. She's extremely experienced and knowledgeable in her field. Some think of her as all-seeing. This card can sometimes represent a woman going through a difficult time. She may be recently widowed or divorced, and usually without children. During this time, there is potential for her criticism to soar. So according to the Wild Unknown guidebook, there's definitely a feeling of it being a person, a physical person in your life. Could be yourself, but it seems to refer more to someone on the outside that's going through something, and maybe because of what they're going through, they're taking it out on you, or they're giving out this aura of, kind of like the knives are pointing towards everyone else, stay away, So it could be someone, that you're maybe stuck in quarantine with. It could be yourself. But I'd like to read a little deeper into the meaning, the general meaning of the Mother of Swords, more commonly known as the Queen of Swords, in our Tarot Bible. So I have our Tarot Bible here. And let's find the Queen of Swords. So keywords are no nonsense, astute, unpretentious, direct, realistic, and straightforward. And the key phrases are gets to the point, upfront and open, honest and quick-witted, lively intellect, strong character, suppressed emotions, judgmental person. I know it sounds a little harsh, but let's read more before we judge. This queen has made it to the throne because of her ability to see quickly how to resolve problems. She is a fast thinker, she is shrewd, and she is realistic about what can be achieved and what is best avoided. You may identify with her positive attributes of being direct and to the point. It is your intellectual knowledge and astute way of looking at the situation that will get you results. But, like all sword cards, the Queen has a negative association too. For example, it's fine being upfront and direct, or the witty, perceptive authority on life. But it can also mean you could be suppressing your true emotional needs. Alternatively, you find fault in everything and everyone around you because no one can live up to your high expectations. Ask yourself whether you are assessing a situation, person, or experience from a truly objective viewpoint. This card can also indicate someone in your life who embodies both the positive and negative qualities listed above. Perhaps someone who seems to be an authority on life, astute, clever, and savvy. But what does their presence in your life mean? Is it perhaps to inspire you to be like them? To evoke the realization that if you express your logical side, tempered with a healthy dose of realism, then you will be able to move on and up? Or that perhaps being so sure of oneself intellectually is often compensation for a deeper vulnerability that needs to be addressed. This is a really interesting card. I feel like there's a lot of layers to it, and there's a lot of ways that it can be interpreted. So I hope that you all are reflecting on how it could suit you. On a personal level, I've been mostly quarantined on my own with my husband, stopping by. And of course, regular phone calls with my mom, which we do anyway. A couple of Skype family calls, but I've been mostly on my own. And I feel like in this case, for me personally, the Queen, the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords, is really myself. And the person that I'm probably being too hard on is myself, that I'm being very meticulous and I'm setting goals for myself. But especially being isolated, being alone, we're more in our heads. And maybe some of you can relate to this, that we can kind of get a little down on ourselves. We can be a little too harsh, our blade a little too sharp, our words too cutting. And in that case, it's good to take a step back and really think about, do I need to be so sharp and, have such high standards for myself and for those around me? And I'm sure my husband has dealt with, me internalizing some stress and some expectations, and that could be happening in your home as well. For a lot of you watching, it could be either you yourself are identifying as the Queen of Swords, regardless of gender, that you're trying to keep everything together and you're sharp-witted and you're going for your goals, but sometimes that razor focus, at times it could be positive. It could be that razor focus is really working for you right now. And if that's the case, go get him. Keep following that path. For those of you that are feeling a little bit stressed, and it could mean to take a step back and, have that healthy dose of realism and look around your surroundings. Or it could be someone in your life, someone that you're in quarantine with perhaps, that is having that strong personality and it's a little overbearing. But I think what we can all take from it overall is, whether you're on the spectrum of it's yourself or it's someone else, whether it's just what you need or it's not what you need, that life is really about balance. And no, we didn't pull Justice or the Temperance card, which is the card that's really about balance. But that there is a fine line between over-aggression, overachieving, and feeling stuck within ourselves and those around us. And just to have an open heart and an open mind, and to accept the reality of the situation and take things one day at a time. That's my little feeling on it. Please, as always, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about me turning this into monthly as opposed to weekly. I feel like also 3 videos a week is kind of like overkill for my channel. I feel like maybe I should just do 2 videos a week. So I've been considering mixing it up. But most importantly, let me know what you think about this card, whether it's how it resonates with you, if you're comfortable sharing, or your own personal interpretation. And I will see you all soon. Bye.